Hi YouTube. So this is how we start getting ready during the summer for our hunting season. I'm a little out of breath. I've only been doing it for a few weeks and I try and push myself. But this is one of our local trails not far from our house. We bring our 5 dogs with us and we start going up the mountain. It's a good trail and it's a great way for the dogs to get some exercise and me to get in a little better shape. Something that I need to do way more often year round instead of just in the summertime so that I can feel way better about myself and my ability to hike up a mountain while I'm elk hunting and bow hunting, because that's probably one of my favorite things. Hike is a pretty good hike. If you look at our mountains over here, you can see a little bit better. This is the south-facing slope, so we don't have any of the trees on it. This is the other one does. But I believe it's right around a mile, and it takes me about 20 minutes to get up to the top of this hike, and then we sit and enjoy the view of the town and then head back down. And we try and do this at least 4 times a week, preferably 5. And this is a great way to get your knees ready, to get your hiking muscles ready, to use all those micro muscles, and to get your cardiovascular. Because if I don't do this, when I do an 8, 10, or 12 mile hike on my days, I am so exhausted by the end of my hike. This is my son Ephraim. He comes with us each morning. My husband's sneaking by there. And we just keep going right up the hill. The packs start adding weight slowly, create resistance to help us get better. Because I usually carry about 15-20 pounds on my back just in my pack and supplies when we're hunting. So just another thing to help us just be prepared to be fit enough that it's a good experience and not miserable. Because like after work, I'm a school teacher, I'll get done at 4. I'll have all my gear in my car waiting for me, and I just buzz right up the mountain and I get 3-4 miles in, because that's how much I love elk hunting, especially bow hunting. But I gotta be ready. Down is a little bit better. I don't feel like I'm dying, but just so you know, the first time I went up this hill, I thought my heart was gonna explode out of my chest. Now I just get a bit winded, and that's good, right? I need to be pushing myself. But if I'm not getting myself winded, or if I'm not in a good enough shape that I don't get winded on this trail, then I know I'm not really ready for that hunting season, for what's to come. And when you have a hind quarter on your back and you're trying to trek those sucker out and maybe hopscotch some of the quarters out, get them away from the gut pile and everything so bears don't get on it. That's a lot of work, and if I'm not physically fit, it makes for a miserable hike out. I've done it before, and I know I don't want to ever be there. I've watched my parents decline pretty bad, and my father's health especially, and I just don't want that to be me. He's going to turn 70 this year, and pretty sad. I'm 41, and it can be a struggle to be lazy, but that first time up, it was rough. About 2 weeks, it was rough. But now I just feel good. Now it feels better, and I need to figure out. These hills get covered in pretty deep snow come our winter time, so either I got to learn to like snowshoeing or find a better outlet for me to get my exercise in, so that come spring, it's not such a beast of a recovery into health again. Because I like sitting around in the winter, people. I enjoy my Christmas treats too. One of the things that we do to keep our dogs healthy as well, because we like to bird hunt come this fall as well. My husband, it's his favorite hunting, and so we take our dogs with us. But this trail is literally 5 minutes from our town. I'll give you a little peek there. And it's well used. I mean, if you look at the trail, obviously it's well used. A lot of people use it. Not a ton of people in the morning, so we like to get up at 5. We try and be here no later than 5:45. We were late this morning. It's well after 6:30, and so it gets more active. But our dogs are dogs, right? Like, we have GPS collars. Ajax, come. Ajax, come. Say hi, Bubby. See, so if you see this wire on there, it's his. This is Zena. She got hers. Zena, Hill. You know, we train our dogs really, really well to make sure that they are well behaved. But if there's dogs, so if you look down there, there's a guy down there. I don't know if you can see him, but he's got a dog. So if we know we're going to be near other people with dogs, we just leash them. They have shock collars on, their GPS collars for when they're hunting, and there's a lot of control in that. But we just make sure that we're being respectful of all of our community, and make sure our dogs are well behaved. My husband's going to leash them up because we now have other people on the trail with us. Most of the time we don't. And when we do have one person or two person, we know most everybody in our community, and so we're aware of whether or not they're okay with the dogs. But we tend to, if we see people, if we're going to pass people, we make them sit so that they know, hey, we're not chasing other people. This is not playtime, and they stay with us. But we don't ever want any issues with our dogs and other people, and that's just part of being a good dog owner, is our feelings. So.
Yes.